I was born with my sight, but I lost it at a very young age, and so I have zero recollection of what colors look like or what the faces of my family looks like. I really wanted to share my thoughts and experience with this because I was inspired to do this because
Tommy Edison,
who's a film critic and a YouTuber, actually discussed his experience as someone who was born completely blind. When I lost my sight, I went through something where it completely, I guess, just didn't allow me to remember what colors look like or what my mom or my brothers look like. And so growing up, I've always wondered about what colors actually look like and how sighted people can easily think of a color and say, oh yeah, like this is what that color can be associated with. But for me, however, it goes a lot deeper than just simply associating it with a specific object. I wanted to say that when I think about the color blue, I know that everyone says the ocean's blue, the sky is blue. What does the color blue actually look like? Like, yeah, sure, we can associate it with these things, these objects, these things in nature. But when it comes down to it, what does the color blue, the color scheme of that color or the hue of that color, what does it actually look like? I don't know what the right terminology would be to use here, but I hope that you guys kind of get what I'm saying. And so for me, growing up, I've always loved the color blue, but even more so, I've always really liked the color lavender. And so I, of course, create my own idea and image of what the color lavender looks like. But that differs because, of course, I don't know what the actual color scheme looks like. Like, I know it's a hue of purple, and I know that it's often sometimes associated with like royalty or things of that nature. Of course, when people say like, yeah, the sky's blue, the ocean's blue, or when I think about red and people say, well, you know, fire's red, it's like, we can associate it with these objects, but at the end of the day, to someone who can't see and hasn't been able to see since she was 18 months old, I want to know more about these colors. I want to know what the color schemes actually look like. How is purple, like, how can you create all these different hues of different colors? Like, how can you stem out from purple to create lavender, to create other things? I'm just so curious. Like Tommy was saying in his video, he's never been able to see colors, and he doesn't know how to really necessarily associate them with other things aside from what people tell us.
So being blind since birth, I've never seen color. I don't have any concept of what it is. I mean, I've never seen anything. So when somebody says something's red to me, I don't quite get it. I know that red is fire, or a stoplight is red. Or when someone says you're in the red, you know, that means you're in some trouble, like financial trouble. Just stuff that I picked up from hearing about it, but I don't know what it looks like. Blue. Blue is the water is blue. Cold or ice is blue. The sky is blue. Now, how can the sky and ice be the same thing? That's weird to me. What's that? Same color.
For me, since I was able to see colors, again, it goes back to me not being able to recollect any of that information. Growing up, when it comes to things like watching movies or, you know, going out into nature, when people describe things to me, I have to come up with my own idea of what these things look like because, of course, I can't remember what specific things look like. And so when we say the grass is green, of course I've walked on grass before. I know what grass is. I had to really rely on my mind a lot to really kind of create these ideas and these images of what these things are, especially when my mom would read me books as a little girl and she would tell me like, oh, there's a picture of a house, or the house has this. Like when she would read me Goldilocks and she would tell me about all the things Goldilocks was doing, I had to basically paint an image of this house, of this thing that's going on, and this all the situations, all the actions Goldilocks is taking, and really kind of paint that image in my mind and really kind of say, okay, I get it. Even though I didn't really get it, because it's no fault of anyone else, but sometimes it's really hard, I guess, for other people to be super descriptive. And to me, I'm just so fascinated by the amount of things that sighted people can see and how you're able to really view those things and how different they look to you. Like for me, I have no shadow perception, and no light perception. And so I see literally nothing. But then when I tell sighted people that I don't see nothing, when they ask me, they say, okay, so then you're seeing the color black. But to me, I can't associate the color black with the nothingness that I see because I don't remember what the color black looks like. So if anybody would like to answer any of these questions, I would greatly appreciate your help.